If you're over 60 and perhaps even diligently following advice to stay active, you might still be facing a frustrating reality. That feeling of unsteadiness, a subtle wobble when you walk, a moment of hesitation before you take a step, or even a near fall that leaves your heart pounding. You might ask yourself, I'm trying to do the right thing, why isn't my balance as solid as I wish it were? It's a common concern, and one that deeply impacts not just your physical safety, but your confidence to live life fully, to engage in activities you love, and to maintain your precious independence. Many seniors feel this way, and it's easy to attribute it all solely to the passage of time, to just getting older. But what if the core issue, the missing piece in your stability puzzle, isn't just about age, but about something overlooked, something forgotten within your own body? Imagine for a moment that within your hips, there's a powerful, yet often neglected, muscle. A muscle that acts like a master stabilizer, a silent guardian of your every step, every turn, every time you shift your weight. When this muscle is strong and active, your pelvis stays level, your gait is smooth, and your confidence on your feet soars. But when it's weak, underactive, or forgotten, a cascade of compensations begins throughout your body, leading to that telltale unsteadiness, an increased risk of stumbles, and a general feeling of being less secure in your movements. This isn't about a lack of effort on your part. It's often about a lack of specific knowledge, a lack of targeted attention to this crucial, yet commonly ignored area. In this video, we are going to pull back the curtain on this very muscle. We're going to call it your DUT1 balance anchor. We'll explore why this specific muscle is so incredibly vital for your stability, why it tends to become weak or forgotten, particularly as we navigate our senior years, and, most importantly, we're going to equip you with the knowledge and the practical tools to wake it up, to reactivate it, and to rebuild its strength. We'll introduce you to 3 specific, carefully chosen movements and techniques that directly target this area, designed to be done safely and effectively at home. This isn't about complex choreography or needing expensive gym equipment. It's about precise, intentional movement. It's about reclaiming control, step by step, starting from your body's very foundation. So, if you're ready to move beyond the frustration of persistent unsteadiness and discover a focused approach to enhancing your balance and stability, you're in the right place. Let's begin this journey to a more stable, more confident you. So, what is this forgotten muscle, this one balance anchor we've been talking about? In anatomical terms, we are primarily focusing on a key muscle located on the side of your hip called the gluteus medius. While it might not be as famous as its larger cousin, the gluteus maximus, the main muscle in your buttocks, the gluteus medius plays an absolutely critical and often underappreciated role in your ability to stand, walk, and balance effectively, especially as you age. Think of it as one of the primary unsung heroes of your lower body. Its main job is to stabilize your pelvis, particularly when you are standing on one leg, which, believe it or not, happens with every single step you take. As you lift one foot to move forward, it's the gluteus medius on your standing leg that works hard to keep your pelvis level and prevent the opposite hip from dropping downwards. When this muscle is weak or isn't firing correctly, that hip drop can occur, a condition sometimes referred to as a Trendelenburg sign or gait. This seemingly small dip forces your entire body to compensate. Your trunk might lean to one side, your knee on the standing leg might cave inwards, and your foot might have to land awkwardly to maintain balance. Over time, these compensations don't just make your walking pattern less efficient and more tiring, they also put abnormal stress on your lower back, your hips, your knees, and even your ankles. This can lead to pain, further instability, and a significantly increased risk of tripping or falling, especially when you encounter uneven surfaces or need to change direction suddenly. Why does this vital muscle tend to become forgotten or weak, particularly in our senior years? Several factors contribute. A more sedentary lifestyle, with prolonged periods of sitting, can lead to these muscles becoming deconditioned and underactive. When we sit, the gluteus medius isn't being challenged or used significantly. Furthermore, General age-related muscle loss, known as sarcopenia, can affect all muscles, including this one, if not actively counteracted. And sometimes our bodies develop movement patterns where larger, more dominant muscles try to take over the job of weaker ones, further sidelining the gluteus medius. Chronic pain in other areas, like knee arthritis, can also lead to altered walking patterns that reduce its engagement. But the fantastic news is that this isn't a permanent state. The gluteus medius has excellent potential to be reawakened and strengthened with specific, targeted exercises, regardless of age. By focusing on reactivating and building endurance in this muscle, we can directly address a root cause of instability and pave the way for safer, more confident movement in all your daily activities, from simply walking across a room to navigating stairs or enjoying a stroll outdoors. Now let's move into the practical part, awakening and strengthening your number one balance anchor, the gluteus medius, with our first two targeted exercises. Remember, the key to these movements is precision, control, and mindful engagement, not speed or trying to push through pain. Always listen to your body, and if you have any concerns or pre-existing conditions, please consult with your healthcare provider before starting. Have a sturdy chair or wall nearby for support if you feel you need it. Our first exercise is the standing wall hip abduction, based on the specific instructions you provided. This unique movement focuses on isometric engagement and stability. Here's how to perform it. First, stand sideways with one side of your body close to, but not touching, a sturdy wall. Let's say your left side is nearer the wall. Now, take the leg that is near the wall, your left leg in this example, and bend it at the hip and knee, aiming for roughly right angles, so your left thigh is parallel to the floor, or as close as is comfortable, and your left lower leg is also parallel to the wall. Your left foot will be off the ground. The wall is there to help you with balance and as a reference. Now, here's the key action. Engage or tighten the buttock muscles of this bent left leg, and then gently but firmly press this bent left leg sideways into the wall. Imagine you are trying to push the wall away with the side of your bent knee and thigh. It's not a huge movement, it's a press and hold. As you do this, keep your back in a neutral position. Avoid arching or rounding your spine, and try to keep your standing leg, your right leg, relatively straight but not locked at the knee. You should feel engagement in the muscles on the side of your hip of the leg pressing into the wall, and also in the hip of your standing leg as it works to keep you stable and upright. Hold this gentle press against the wall for about 5 to 10 seconds, breathing normally. Then, relax the pressure for a moment. Repeat this press and hold 5 to 8 times on this side, then carefully turn around and perform the exercise with your right leg bent and pressing into the wall. This exercise is excellent for activating those hip abductor muscles, including the gluteus medius, and for improving pelvic stability. Our second exercise is the modified clamshell with hips in 90 degrees, a fantastic movement for targeting the gluteus medius directly, with an added challenge. You'll start by lying on your side on a comfortable, firm surface, like an exercise mat or carpet. Let's say you're lying on your right side. Bend both your hips and your knees to approximately 90-degree angles, so your thighs are angled forward from your body and your knees are bent. Your feet should be stacked one on top of the other. Now take your top hand, your left hand, and place it on the floor in front of your chest for support. Here's the modification. Press your bottom forearm, your right forearm, firmly into the floor, and, using your core and the side of your supporting hip, lift your lower side, your right hip and waist, slightly off the floor. You're creating a small space between your right hip and the floor, almost like a mini side plank. This engages the gluteus medius of your supporting bottom hip as a stabilizer. Now, for the clamshell movement, keeping your feet touching each other and ensuring your pelvis remains perfectly still and doesn't rock backward. Slowly lift your top knee, your left knee, upwards towards the ceiling, as if a clamshell is opening. Only lift as high as you can without letting your pelvis roll back. You should feel a distinct muscle engagement in the side of your top buttock. That's your gluteus medius working hard. Hold the top position for a brief moment, then slowly and with full control, lower your top knee back down to meet the bottom knee. Perform 8 to 12 repetitions on this side, then carefully roll over and repeat on the other side. This modified version adds a significant stability challenge, making it even more effective. Having activated and started to strengthen our key balance anchor, the gluteus medius, with the standing wall hip abduction and the modified clamshell, let's now look at a functional movement technique that not only utilizes these muscles, but is also incredibly practical for a common daily activity. Navigating stairs. We'll focus on a sideways stair technique. This method can be particularly helpful if you feel less stable going up or down stairs in the conventional way, or if one leg is stronger or more comfortable than the other. It emphasizes lateral, sideways movement, which heavily engages those important hip abductor and adductor muscles, including our star, the gluteus medius. Let's first focus on going upstairs sideways. Stand at the bottom of the stairs, turning your body so you are facing sideways, parallel to the steps. Let's assume your unaffected or stronger leg is the one that will be leading, meaning it's closest to the first step. If there's a handrail, it should ideally be on the side you are facing, or you can lightly touch the wall for support. Hold onto the rail or place your hands on the wall if needed throughout this process. Your safety is paramount. Now to ascend. Step your unaffected, leading leg sideways up onto the first step. Plant your foot firmly. You'll feel your hip muscles on this leading leg working to lift your body. Then bring your affected or trailing leg up to join the leading leg on the same step. Both feet are now on the first step. Pause for a moment to ensure you feel stable. Repeat this sequence for each subsequent step. Lead with the unaffected leg, then bring the affected leg up to meet it. Continue in this sideways manner until you reach the top of the stairs. Take your time, there's no rush. Focus on controlled, deliberate movements. This method helps you use the strength of your leading leg's hip abductors to pull your body up and sideways, providing a stable base. Now, let's address going downstairs sideways. This will be a similar sideways approach, but the leg movement is slightly different. Stand at the top of the stairs, again facing sideways, parallel to the steps. This time, your affected or weaker leg should be the one closest to the edge of the top step, ready to lead downwards. Again, ensure you are securely holding onto the handrail or have support from a wall. To descend, carefully step your affected, leading leg sideways and down onto the first step below. This requires control from your hip muscles, especially the gluteus medius of the leg remaining on the upper step, to manage the descent smoothly. Once your leading foot is securely planted on the step below, slowly bring your unaffected, trailing leg down to join the leading leg on that same step. Both feet are now together. Pause, ensure stability, and then repeat the sequence. Lead down with the affected leg, followed by the unaffected leg, until you reach the bottom of the stairs. Going down often feels more challenging for balance, so controlled movement and good support are even more critical. How do these exercises and techniques tie together? The standing wall hip abduction and the modified clamshell directly awaken and build strength and endurance in your gluteus medius and surrounding hip stabilizers. The sideways stair technique then provides a practical, real-world scenario to use that newly developed strength and control. It encourages your brain to integrate these muscles into a functional movement pattern, improving not just strength but also coordination and confidence in a task that can often be a source of anxiety. By practicing these, you are actively retraining your body for better lateral stability, which is crucial for preventing falls and for navigating many of life's daily obstacles. We've now explored the critical role of your balance anchor, the gluteus medius, and learned 3 specific ways to awaken, strengthen, and functionally use this vital muscle: the standing wall hip abduction, the modified clamshell, and the sideways stair technique. Committing to these movements isn't just about performing exercises. It's about investing in a future where you move with greater ease, confidence, and significantly less fear of falling. The benefits you'll start to experience go far beyond simply feeling physically stronger in your hips. Imagine what it will feel like to walk with a more assured, stable gait, to navigate corners or uneven ground without that familiar twinge of anxiety. Picture yourself confidently stepping off a curb, easily getting in and out of a car, or simply standing for longer periods without feeling that nagging ache or unsteadiness in your hips or lower back. These are the real-world improvements that come from giving this forgotten muscle the attention it truly deserves. This isn't about striving for athletic perfection. It's about enhancing your quality of life and preserving your precious independence for years to come. The absolute key to unlocking these benefits is consistency. It's far more effective to perform these exercises thoughtfully and correctly for a few minutes, several times a week, or even daily if you feel up to it, than to do one long, exhausting session sporadically. Your muscles and your nervous system learn and adapt through regular, repeated stimulation. Start slowly. Focus on mastering the correct form for each movement. Pay attention to what you feel. Are you feeling the target muscles in your hip working? Are you maintaining control throughout the exercise? It's normal to feel some muscle fatigue, but you should never push into sharp pain. As these movements become easier, you can gradually consider increasing the repetitions or the hold times for the isometric components, but always prioritize quality over quantity. Think of this as a journey, not a race. Some days you might feel stronger than others, and that's perfectly okay. The important thing is to establish a routine, to make these exercises a regular part of your self-care. You are retraining your body, and retraining takes time and patience. But with each session, you are sending a powerful message to your brain and your muscles that stability, strength, and balance are priorities. You are actively reversing the trend of neglect that may have allowed this crucial balance anchor to become weak. So, to recap our journey today, we've identified the often overlooked gluteus medius as a cornerstone of your stability, understood its function, and learned practical exercises: the standing wall hip abduction, the modified clamshell, and the sideways stair technique to bring it back to its full potential. Now, I want to hear from you. Are you ready to give your number one balance anchor the focused attention it needs to support you better every single day? If this approach resonates with you, if you're committed to improving your stability, please comment below with "Anchor Strong." Let me and our wonderful community know that you're taking this positive step. If you found value in this detailed guide, please consider giving this video a thumbs up. And more importantly, share it with friends, family members, or anyone you know over 60 who could benefit from understanding and strengthening this vital area. Spreading this knowledge can make a real difference in someone's life. And of course, if you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel and click that notification bell. We are dedicated to bringing you more practical, in-depth guides, exercise routines, and science-backed information to help you thrive in your senior years. We have videos coming up on topics like improving your posture for better breathing and balance, simple nutritional tips to support muscle health, and much more. Thank you for investing your time with us today. Remember, every controlled movement, every conscious effort to strengthen your body is a step towards a more stable, confident, and independent future. You have the power to make a profound difference in how you move and feel. Stay consistent, stay empowered, and we look forward to seeing you in our next video.